yoe kuyane, yoe kuyane, yoe kuyane, yoe kuyane, yoe kuyane, yoe kuyane, yoe kuyane.
Our ancestors, they struggled so long to survive. They had to move, they had to feed their family, they had just different things. So they weren't able to do those crafts. They weren't able to pick up beads and adorn their shoes or their clothing. They weren't able to make moccasins like traditionally or different things. So now that we're stable, now that we're thriving, we're able to be more established, and we can look back on those things. And I feel like now is our turn to honor our ancestors that weren't able to do those kind of things, that weren't able to take the time to continue the language, to continue the arts, to continue our traditions, our genealogy and different things. Now it's our turn. And my part in that is, my passion is the beadwork, so that we can continue doing that, to remember who we are and to remember where we're going, and to teach our generations that are coming where they came from. Kweo materu, tatsiterat injatsi Wyandotte indi, inyo marihute ahetasta indi, tatsitaa kinyesta indi, Seneca indari, tijame. I really think you need to know where you've been before you can go forward. And so that's why I like to teach traditional things and let people know where they came from. A lot of times people get hung up on, they'll see a new way of doing things, and so they get hung up on that's not tradition. I've had people tell me that the thread I use fire line, which is a fishing line. They tell me that's not tradition, that what they were taught was more traditional, and they use dental floss. Well, that's not tradition. That's not something our ancestors used. I think our ancestors they evolved as they got things. They went from wampum shells that it would take them all day to maybe make 6 beads, and the belts could take thousands of beads. So it was a huge accomplishment to make a belt. And so it would take days and maybe even years to create this kind of belt. So when they got the English, European trading for their beads, when they got those, they were a lot easier, and so they evolved to that. So I think our ancestors definitely evolved, and that's something that we can learn. Once you find something better, something that's gonna stay, that's gonna work better, or easier to work with, they definitely evolved. I suffer with a lot of head issues, headaches, and some nerve problems with that. And I'm a lot better than what I was. The surgery helped a lot, but it's something that's never going to go away. It's never going to be 100%. But the beading, a lot of people think that would aggravate it, but it has actually helped me. That it's something that once I focus on it and I'm able to do it, I forget about the pain, and it helps ease it. So it is therapeutic for me to do that. A lot of natives say that beading is medicine, and I honestly believe that is something that brings me joy, and it's something that it's sometimes repetitious, but I feel in a good place. And whenever I'm beading something for somebody, I pray for them during that time. So it helps to put me in a good mood, get me feel like I feel better. And so it's that craft, my art of beadwork, has really helped me with the pains and struggle that I have in my life. So just whenever they're beading, you need to be in a good mindset. If you are in a bad mood, or if you start making mistakes, you need to put it aside, because you continually just keep making mistake after mistake. 1 or 2 mistakes, it's okay, but you just need to be in a good mindset. A lot of natives say that you're putting your energy into your piece. So if you're doing something with a bad attitude or with anything, then that piece carries that negative energy with it. You don't want you don't want to transfer that onto somebody. But also, if you're making mistakes, you continue making mistakes and you end up messing it up. And so it's best to just put it away, set it down, because you'll end up throwing it across the room if you don't eventually. So I always tell my students, don't worry, be happy. We can all honor our people in different ways. And I think that's probably my main goal for people, for Wyandottes, to know that you can honor your people by being a gardener, because you can learn traditional ways, but you can learn contemporary ways, and you can do things differently. You can honor your people by cleaning houses, because you want to create a safe place, a safe home for those people that live there. You can honor your people many different ways. It's not just culture. It's not just this or that. It's our life. And so you can honor your people all different ways.
Ho-yo, 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 way-ha, 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 on away, on away.